This is just like a general thing. It's going to be a lot of Q&A. If I don't like your question, I'll just slowly turn to the next person. I was in a thing earlier with Ricky, and everyone was asking me to do voices, and I'm not going to do voices. Other than this one, which is funny enough to me.
So you want to just go straight for the Q&A?
I don't have anything prepared. I was going to do this dance thing.
I work for you for sitting on my feet.
I know, it was incredible. There's this one bit. Yeah, let's do a few questions, and if I want to think of some other stuff.
Okay.
I'm just,
We got to the chair. Are you sitting okay? Okay, good. All right.
Works?
We'll start right here. See if she has a good question.
Yes, you in the shirt.
No pressure.
What's the most annoying thing a fan can do or has done?
You just did it.
I have 2 questions.
That's too many.
Yes, but still, how much money did they pay Ricky to say, I want to go dance naked?
How much money did they pay you to say that one thing? Wasn't my department. Too much, probably.
Another thing, what is it like knowing that there are hundreds of fangirls out there that would most definitely, if they could, tie you to their bed and rape you through?
That's awkward.
There's little wee ones here.
He's like, there's little wee ones. That's awkward. I have that on tape.
That's gross.
Don't act like you haven't thought of anything nasty for him to do. He has to drink water? No.
Okay, let's try another less awkward question.
Now that Invader Zim is canceled, what have you been doing lately, like for work or something?
What have you been doing? Stuff. I got in my car, I drove home, and I've been home. After it was canceled, I went home, and I've been there.
Go home, nobody loves you.
I finished some Portal games.
Portal 2 rocks! You're quite flamboyant. I know you. Do you want to hold this? Sure.
No, a lot of what I've done for the past couple of years is the stuff that
We'll take turns.
really get to see. Some of it is like film development stuff, things that usually most of it never
Move, guy.
I did some work on a heavy metal movie that was going to happen at some point, but I had 2 segments in a proposed heavy metal movie that David Fincher was producing, and it was
His
doomed.
voice is so beautiful.
Just had no. It was adult animation in America. It was an anthology thing, so all things incredibly unfriendly for the audiences around here. So I did a lot of work on that. That took several months of my life, but nobody sees anything of that because it just didn't happen. I've done a lot of writing for various other books and stuff. I've done for something actually we're going to show later on today. For another animation studio, stuff that isn't mine, but that I was designed, visual design stuff. A lot of stuff, but most of the games.
Arm.
Alright, I have a question, and but before I ask it, please don't hate me, please don't bludgeon me or any of that,
You just set yourself up for
I already don't like where this is going.
pure curiosity, out of the purest of curiosity, what is your opinion on bronies?
Oh, God. My Little Pony rocks!
Don't be rude. Next question.
I was talking to somebody the other day, and I'm a huge fan of Jaws. And I had mentioned that to them, and they said if you had got wind that you might start singing Once More with Feeling. Is that true? Are you also a fan of Joss? And if you are, have you ever worked with him? Have you thought about combining? Because with your sense of humor and your talent, the two of you together could do some amazing stuff. And I know he's into comics right now, and I can just imagine what the two of you could produce.
Joss Whedon. I wouldn't say that I am a Joss Whedon guy, but there are things that he's done that I love. Like, I'm a huge Firefly fan. Anytime there was any personality or weird jokes in the Avengers, I love that stuff. Where a personality shines through, like the bit with the guy playing, what was it? Was he playing like a guy or something? Little things like that. More so than a CG thing, punching a CG thing where my brain shuts off. Little bits of personality. He's amazing with that kind of stuff. But I wasn't a big Buffy fan. I don't know if he's pushing the envelope so much as that he's incredible at getting his personality through in a project, which is rare, especially in something like a superhero movie where you're adhering to all these predefined, this has to happen, this character has to behave like this and this and this, but he got a lot of humor and stuff into that, and that was great. So I really dig what he does, but I don't love everything he does. I doubt that is, I don't know if if there was would you like to team up with Joss Whedon thing? He does such a thing, you know what I mean? He does his own thing, and I do my own thing, and we make kill each other.
Have you ever had a dream of any of your creations? And if so, describe it.
Honestly,
I don't want to enter
no.
that.
I think I've had dreams inspire bits and pieces of things that I work on eventually, but for the most part, no. I don't remember most of my dreams. It's just kind of one of those weird things. I sort of use it all up in a way. But no, I've never dreamed that I was flying around in space with Zim or murdering people with Johnny or anything.
On the rare occasion that you do a voice for Zim, or as an extra or something, you usually do it under the name Mr. Skull. Because I know that there's a full name, but I'm not even going to try and pronounce that because I know I'll mess it up.
It's Kanka.
Okay. Is there a story behind where that name came from? Or
I just love tapeworms.
What?
That's where that comes from. I'm fascinated by parasites. I think it's really neat.
Your thoughts on limited romance?
Oh God! Oh God! You were not there at the party last night.
I have actually a couple of thoughts, not outright, horrible things to say. It's not directly related to that, but I was watching, I didn't go to this last InvaderCon thing, the first one, and I watched, I couldn't get through all of it, but I watched some video of the crew,
Oh yeah.
the voice actors reading through one of the unproduced scripts. And all you could hear during this episode were girls going, aww. So it really, I knew this before, but it really just sort of put a spotlight on how so many of the fans are watching the show wrong. It's possible to watch a show wrong. They say that once you make something, it's no longer yours, it's in the hands of whoever interprets it. Also wrong. Because the major tenets of the show are sarcasm, cruelty, and violence. And warm, fuzzy things, anything that would inspire, aww, it's not in the show.
It is when Zip's
It's just not in the show,
sleeping.
so anyone responding to that in that way, you know there's something wrong with that. So maybe the show attracts a large portion of people.
Hello, Jhonen. I was wondering, how did you come about working with Mindless Self-Indulgence, and what was it like directing a music video?
They were fans of mine. I think mainly Jimmy was a fan. And they contacted me and asked, basically, it was just very straightforward. Fans of your stuff, would you be interested in doing a music video? I was fans of their stuff. I said, yeah. And it was, I didn't work directly. The band never really shows up in the videos. I didn't work with them. I would just occasionally meet up with Jimmy every now and then and go, here's what we're doing. And I'd say, that's looking cool. And it was pretty smooth. Like, there's no money in it. There's no money in it at all. It's just because, you know, we're mutual fans. But that's how it came about. They just emailed me.
Over here.
I had seen that you are influenced by David Lynch, which is one of my favorites. In what way has he influenced you?
Just on the subject of dreams, everything of his is just like, I love anything where the behavior has a sort of controlled, unnatural feeling to it. That feeling that you get when you're in a dream, that sort of Alice in Wonderland, you know, this is just the way people behave in this world, but it makes no sense in the real world. It's just that you're trapped in this place with people who you can't understand. It's like being here. It's like, I don't get it. I don't get it. Mulholland Drive is one of my favorites. It's just some of the most terrifying stuff without being a horror movie. Like, I go to a horror movie and I've never seen it. I leave and I'll go, that was a horror movie. Monster killed this person. But that's not scary, because you're dead. There's nothing scary about someone being dead. You know what I mean? Being trapped in something that you don't understand and is horrifying because you don't know how people are going to react to this or what they're going to do to you. That's nightmarish. He just is amazing at conveying that feeling. In Mulholland Drive, that scene, I was pointing this scene for like what I think is horrible. When they're in, what is the restaurant? It's like a Denny's, it's like a Winkies or something. It's a Denny's, it's daylight, and it's two guys having a conversation about a dream that one of them had. And it's full daylight, it's a Denny's, and it's the scariest vibe of anything. Like, look at the and I love that he can do that with very little, seemingly very little effort, just masterful. Just there's like this low frequency hum. There's this, the cameras is kind of hovering as if someone's watching them, and it's just the most normal situation in the world. But it's awful feeling. It's just this creeping dread.